Well, it depresses your central nervous system, so you stop breathing. Ultimately that would kill you. People vomit and aspirate the vomit too while they're, uptight.
Choke on it.
Like, yeah.
Been there.
Now, Harry, you've OD'd.
Many a different time.
How many times would you have to say off the top of your head? You shouldn't be here. I know
Probably
that much.
5 solid ODs.
Like, seriously, you should have
Out.
been dead.
Narcan shot on one.
Most people don't come back.
Woke up one time and I'm getting high with a guy in his house, and he turns around and he said, and I'm standing there talking to him, and he says, Harry, he says, you got to chill. I said, what's the matter? He says, I just had to save your life. I said, what?
You didn't even know.
You Narcan you?
I had no idea. Idea.
Narcan?
No. This would be pre-Narcan.
Amphetamine.
I was out. We were doing heroin and coke. We were doing a speedball, and we're sitting there getting high. And next thing I know, he's sitting there next to me, and he says, Harry, I'm sitting on the bed with him, and he says, you went out. He says, you got to be cool, man. He says, you did too much, like this. And I went, get out of here. He says, I'm telling you, I was pounding on your chest. I gave you mouth to mouth. He says,
That's crazy.
You didn't even know it.
Sometimes you can use amphetamine, but the way naloxone works, so naltrexone, those things like Narcan, it basically it kicks all the opiates off the receptor and binds to those receptors. So you really mess up somebody's high that way. You get them really pissed off.
With
you save their
Narcan?
life, yeah.
With Narcan,
Instantly
24-hour.
off.
It's a 24-hour withdrawal. Is what actually.
They're using that
Horrible.
even today, right? For the
yeah.
painkiller issue, which we'll get to in a little bit later.
Narcan police carried around to,
Right now, that's the same
thank
thing.
God,
right?
thank God.
That's the same thing.
They are saving lives left and right.
Absolutely.
Keep carrying on. I'm just going to grab us waters.
So as I started out in Virginia over there and moved on back to Jersey, and a lot of times what I did was I wanted to stop, and I would go to a different state. For instance, when I was in Virginia, I moved back to New Jersey. When I was going in New Jersey, and I'll get involved with, after getting busted in New Jersey a few different times, then I moved to North Carolina.
Were you able to stop when you moved?
For a little while, because you have that. I went through different rehabs, so now I get clean for 6 months, a year.
What made you pick up again?
To making a bad decision, simple as that.
Hanging out with the wrong folks.
Actually, the funny part I'll tell you, in North Carolina, I was with somebody. I moved down there with her. She had a child, and I was going to get married, and settle down with this girl. And things were going really good. I had a nice job. I was involved with computers with a bank. I worked for First Union. At that time, I didn't get involved in telling you. I had a jewelry business. I sold that when I moved to North Carolina, and I was smoking a little reefer back then. That was all I was doing, and. The guy turns around, he says, hey, you want to buy some Coke? And I says, nah, man, you don't do it the way I used to do it. And he took his hat off, and he had a syringe in his hat. He says, yes, I do. He said, get in the car. And that's how that started once again. That was probably one of my worst runs in my life. 9 days straight, no sleep, no food. I lived on orange juice and beer.